Now call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance. O Lord, giver of life and source of our freedom, we thank you for the many blessings you have given our community. We invite your presence in our meeting. We know that it is from your goodness that we have received all we have. Gracious and loving God, we understand that you call us to be the stewards and the caretakers of our community. Help us to serve in that role. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. For the first item, gentlemen, would you entertain a motion to amend the agenda that was publicly advertised for today's meeting?
I'll make motion to amend.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The first item, to approve the corrected personnel report of July 21st, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next, motion to acknowledge the corrected courts and row offices personnel report of July 21st, 2022.
Move to acknowledge the corrected copy.
Second.
Acknowledgement.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
And we will have the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held July 21st, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Record me as not voting since I was absent.
Wayne?
Are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Second chance. Sorry about that. I was looking for my agenda. Any guests concerning county business this time? None. We'll move on.
Next item is a resolution. For adoption, a resolution supporting Operation Greenlight for Veterans, number 2022-024.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
And we'll start with reading the resolution. The Board of County Commissioners, Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania resolution. Whereas the residents of Carbon County have great respect, admiration, and the utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served our country and this community in the Air Forces, and
Whereas the contributions and sacrifices of the men and women who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and way of life enjoyed by our citizens. And
Whereas Carbon County seeks to further honor these individuals who have paid the high price for freedom by placing themselves in harm's way for the good of all. And
whereas veterans continue to serve our community in American Legions, Veterans of Foreign Wars, and veteran service organizations, religious groups, and by functioning as county veteran service officers for 29 states to help fellow former service members access more than $52 billion in federal health, disability, and compensation benefits each year. And
whereas approximately 200,000 service members transition to civilian communities annually. And
whereas a Pew Research Center study shows that 47% of post 9/11 veterans indicated readjusting to civilian life was difficult. And
whereas active military service members transitioning from military service are at high risk for suicide during their first year after military service, and in 1/5 post 9/11 says they struggle with substance abuse after leaving the military. And
whereas the National Association of Counties and the National Association of County Veterans Service Officers encourage all counties, parishes, and boroughs to recognize Operation Greenlight for veterans. And
Whereas Carbon County participation in Operation Green Light will enhance awareness of its veteran-centric programs, including Veterans Treatment Court, together with veterans and the Military Share Program. And
Whereas the Carbon County appreciates the sacrifices of our United States military personnel and believes specific resignations should be granted.
Now, therefore, be it resolved, with designation as a green light for Veterans County, the Board of Commissioners of Carbon County hereby declares the period of November 7 through 13, 2022 as Operation Green Light for Veterans Week, as a time to salute and honor the service and sacrifice of our men and women in uniform transitioning from active service, and encourage its citizens to recognize the importance of honoring all those who made immeasurable sacrifices to preserve freedom by displaying a green light in a window of their place of business or residence. Adopted by the Carbon County Board of Commissioners this 28th day of July, 2022, signed Carbon County Board of Commissioners, and attested Chief Clerk, County Administrator.
this time, could we have Christine, you're gonna come up to accept the resolution?
Let's get it. Angela, come on up. Yeah.
You wanna do the introduction then right away?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
People
Yep.
will know this gentleman like,
Yep.
This is Angelo Jordan. He is our part-time BSO for the last year. He's been doing community outreach and really just getting it done for us. He's a van driver, so he drives up to the VA as well to take our disabled vets up to the Wilkes-Barre VA for their appointments. So it has been very welcomed and well-received. So many good things to say and so many good things I've heard about Angelo. So we're really happy to have him on board.
and the VSO stands for Veterans Service Officer.
Yes.
And accredited, I would add, which is very important. I want to mention that Carbon County is literally the first county in the United States of America to receive this to do this resolution and be recognized as an Operation Green Light for Veterans County. This is an initiative of the National Association of Counties, of which Carbon County is a member. And the purpose is, one, to raise awareness of the CVSOs and the work that they do in our county and through 29 different states where they're located, but also to ensure that transitioning service members are aware of CVSOs and that they serve a critical bridge between their earned benefits and themselves. And they play such an important role. And we're very fortunate in Carbon County to have three, Bonnie, who's not with us today. So thank you for all that you do, and we continue to appreciate, on behalf of all veterans of Carbon County, the effort put forth to help them as they are now back in the civilian world. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Angela.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Christine.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. 1, 2, 3. One more for me. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you got one or two?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, did I get in front of Rocky? Christine, you have anything to say while you're here?
I just think this is fantastic. We have really been doing a lot of what I feel is great work in Carbon County together with Veterans Treatment Court, the Military Share Program. So we're really just hoping to increase more awareness and to let veterans know that we are out there to help them. A lot of people associate us with the VA as in the Veterans Health Administration, and there's perceptions that go along with that, some good, some bad, what have you. But we're here to help. We're here to bridge that gap, to help them access the services that they earned. So,
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Angelo, anything?
No. I appreciate the opportunity and thank you so much for what you've done. That's wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks, Joe.
There's a copy of the press release and the resolution beside it. Yep, and it should be in your email inbox as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
The report of executive sessions held.
There were 2 executive sessions, one on Tuesday, July 26th at 2:30 PM for personnel, one on Wednesday, July 27th at 3 PM for personnel.
The next item is the department reports. The budget transfers for 2021, 2022.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The supplemental appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Expenditures. This will also be amended. This would be for approval of check numbers 230214 through 230341. This includes this check number 341 in the amount of $395 under the general fund. The general fund total changes to $96,238.30, and the total expenditures to the general fund clearing account is $371,756.47.
Move to approve as amended.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The treasurer's report?
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The personnel report for county departments.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The acknowledgements for the courts and row offices.
Move to acknowledge.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Adult probation and intermediate punishment. For approval, award of funding in the amount of $42,405 from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for Carbon County's Intermediate Punishment Program. This grant will provide funding for the following projects: the partial salary of 1 adult probation officer, the purchase of drug testing supplies, and pay for treatment for offenders who are not eligible for medical assistance, outpatient group and individual therapy. This is for the term of July 1, 2022 through June 30th, 2023. The application was approved on April 21st, 2022. Agenda item number 22-200.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
A bid rejection, CDBG. Recommendation was received from the Director of Planning and Development, recommending the bids for the CDBG project be rejected as requested by Mahoning Township. This is the street improvements, Center Road, fiscal years 2019, 2020, 2021. Reconstruct and pave Woodlawn Drive to Maple Drive.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Children and Youth, for approval and execution, the fiscal year 2022-2023 purchase of service agreement in-home provider was submitted for Brian Albaquo, doing business as Homestead Family Services of Germansville, Pennsylvania, as per the attached rates.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
A proposal for ratification, acceptance of the proposal received from Service Access and Management Incorporated of Reading, Pennsylvania, in the amount of $2,000 to provide a written assessment of the fiscal operations of the Carbon County Children and Youth Services Department.
Move to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Communications 911. For approval and execution, a proposal was received from Barry Isaac and Associates Incorporated of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, for GIS services under the 2021 Pima Statewide Interconnectivity Project, the 2021-69 Carbon County NG 911 GIS for problematic addressing issues in East Penn Township, Jim Thorpe Borough, and Mahoning Township, at a total cost of $12,625 plus reimbursable expenses.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Planning and Development for approval and execution. Change order number 3, extending the completion date to the contract with Barker & Barker Paving and Excavating of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania for water and street improvements, Bridge Street, Weisport Borough, fiscal year 2017, due to PennDOT permitting and approval of liquid fuel delays. The new contract deadline will be September 30th, 2022.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For approval and execution, a change order to the following contract with Mazzella Enterprises of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania for the following home rehabilitation contract, number PG 143-9-137. The original contract is $11,950. There is deletions of $1,100. Then there is additions of $1,100 for the new contract price of $11,950.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
A service agreement for ratification, an annual service agreement with Johnson Controls Fire Protection, formerly Simplex Grinnell, covering the fire alarm system at the Carbon County Courthouse for the terms of April 1, 2021 to March 31, 2022, and April 1, 2022 to March 31, 2023, each at a cost of $1,095. This represents no increase.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The solicitor's report?
Thank you. Seeking approval of term corrections to the addenda to agreements to provide personal care and home support services. Those addenda were approved for the term July 1st of 2021 through June 30th of 2024. The term should be corrected to reflect July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2025, with the providers as listed.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. I think both of you could have taken turns.
They should have read the.
Yes. Maybe we should redo that. Anything.
No.
It's already done. You
I make a
wrote it.
motion to
As
redo.
listed.
She just taught me that trick this morning. Next, service agreement for approval and execution of an agreement with SA Communal Company and MCOR Company of West Lawn, Pennsylvania to provide sprinkler system inspections at 525 Iron Street in Lehighton, Pennsylvania. One annual sprinkler inspection at $540 and 3 quarterly sprinkler inspections at $390 each, for a total annual cost of $1,710 for the term August 1, 2022 through July 31, 2023.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Similarly, for approval and execution of an agreement with SA Communal Company and MCOR Company of West Lawn, Pennsylvania to provide sprinkler system inspections at 44 Susquehanna Street in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. One annual sprinkler inspection at $420 and 3 quarterly sprinkler inspections at $270 for a total annual cost of $1,230 for the term August 1, 2022 through July 31, 2023.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Vehicle fleet financing, seeking approval and execution of an agreement with Enterprise Fleet Management of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, excuse me, to renew the vehicle fleet financing and maintenance of the master open lease agreement approved April 27, 2017, agenda item number 17-159, for an additional 4-year term, extending the original agreement to April 26, 2025.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Any further business? None? Commissioners' reports, Mr. Orner?
I really don't have much anything except unless there's questions afterwards about certain things, if anybody has any, but I think this green light project or what's going on is something that's really great for us to be the first one in in the nation to do something like this. And I think we had different discussion on it. I know we're working, like Christina's and her staff is like phenomenal for what she's dealt. And I always say everybody likes her, but there's always some disgruntled person there. But she always smooths it out and provides the service that these people need. We're fortunate to have their staff like that, and I'm hoping some of this money that comes out of this that'll come our way. Because we even talked about it the other day with Senator Casey about it and made them aware of the things that we need here in the county. And I said with myself working with the food banks has really increased. That's one of the services, but even with mental health, but some of these services are donated to us. You know what I mean, for the veterans. It's not, and I think it's good that the federal government is standing up to recognize these people. And like I said, we're very fortunate to have Christine and her staff. Thank you.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, I'll kind of follow up on Operation Green Light for Veterans because, NACO and as a participant, county, we actually saw an issue and came up with a potential solution, right? And the issue was really twofold, right? Transitioning service members are unaware of accredited CVSOs in county government. And then county VSOs are actually unaware of newly arrived transitioning service members into our community. So it's about, how do you raise awareness on both ends of that bridge of individuals and transitioning service members, their families, and even widows at time, where we're providing aid and assistance with particular VA benefits. So, from that, the purpose really is to connect veterans and their families and at times widows with earned benefits. Secondly is raise awareness of the county focal point, or let's say, the proverbial bridge between veterans and earned benefits, which are, our CVSOs, here Christine, Angelo, and Bonnie. And I think lastly, reinforcing to veterans that they are seen, appreciated, and clearly supported in Carbon County. And I will make one mention of legislation that has just been reintroduced in the House, and that is the CVSO Act, which is looking to provide $250 million over 5 years to come back to our counties to help support this effort. We receive no federal or state funding for the operations of the office itself. And with the recent passage and imminent signing of the PACT Act, and that has to do with toxic exposure, which is the Agent Orange legislation of my generation for sure, this is going to increase the demand on our county VSOs by 2 to 3 million requests for benefits once that is signed. And again, we're already really pushing the envelope of what we can provide with, 2 full-time and 1 part-time CVSO. So critically important for our representatives to support the CVSO Act. We made that comment to Senator Casey's staff when we met this week. That's all I have.
Mr. Notstein?
And I'll add a little bit to that. I assume that the includes the burn barrel legislation, as well as you see the commercials right now with the exposure of the personnel that were stationed at Camp Lejeune. So, and this is what all this is for. I know one of the priorities for CCAP as well as NACO is to increase the funding for these offices. These are U.S. veterans, and the counties have stepped up to the plate and supplied personnel. We've been blessed over the years with our Veterans Affairs directors. They've all done an excellent job and active in their local communities and veteran organizations. So we thank them for their service and their continued commitment to our communities and our veterans. So the other thing I want to bring up that announced that we will be doing a 911 program and dedication of our new training facility on September 11th at 1 p.m. at the training site. Naturally, we are combining the normal program we would do here in the park on Friday and doing it all in one day. Things are moving along pretty good. We are working on the program, the little bit of history, the speakers. I've all been lined up as of now. For the 911 program, we have Mike, wait, let me get straight here. We have a bagpiper. We have Tim Cromer, police chief in Palmerton, who is an Iraq and Afghanistan veteran, being the speaker. We have taps to bring into the bell. UVO hopefully will be able to attend. We're still waiting to confirm that. And we have singer Angela Nardini also participating in that program. Again, that will start precisely at 1 p.m. As far as the 911, the training center dedication of the police building and the training building, fire building, about 13,000 square feet between the two buildings, and project's moving right along. Along with all our elected officials have been invited. We're waiting for confirmation on most of those yet. We'll recognize all our contractors that have been involved in this over the years. Our main speaker for that program, two speakers I should say, because it's fire and police, is one of the rare facilities in the Commonwealth, especially in the smaller counties, that also included a police training building. And we have the Pennsylvania State Fire Acting Fire Commissioner Charles J. McGarvey Sr. will be our speaker on the fire end of it, and he is confirmed. Our Carbon County District Attorney, Mike Greek, will also be speaking on the police end for that dedication. We'll hold off on the elected officials. We're not sure. We're trying to keep the program to a minimum. We don't want 30 speakers and each taking 10 minutes. We'll have quite a few, trying to keep it to less than an hour and a half, I would say. But a lot of the information has been concerned or confirmed. They wait for one or two things and more people to respond and with their confirmation on attendance. So we have, including the governor, U.S. and state representatives and senators. So moving along in that, along with those lines, the County Fire Association, and we're doing a program ad. We're doing 500 programs. If you're interested in the program, putting an ad in this book, we're ordering 500 of them. It's full page ad, $225, half page ad, 100, and quarter page is $50. So I have those forms available as well. So we're pushing that right now to help pay the expenses, and I think we're already in the black as far as that's concerned. We have at least half of the ads that we were shooting for of at least 40 pages, but we have about six pages of program, including the cover, etc. So things are going good. We're still waiting for a lot of responses from different people, and I'm sure we'll fill the book and go beyond. And whatever that goes, checks are made out to the Carbon County Firemen's Association, and whatever the proceeds are, we'll be using for either refreshments that day or expenses. We will be placing a reef there, so whatever's left we will use for equipment that we will be needing at the training center. As far as the project, moving right along, it won't quite be finished on September 11th. A good 90% of it will be finished. The problem we ran into now, like everywhere else, is the fire linings. The company that the fire lining comes from, or they normally get it from, is not producing because they don't have the materials and the manpower. So they were able to find a tractor trailer load somewhere. And so we do have the fire brick on site, but the contractor has been backed up with other projects, and He was supposed to come in this month, but unfortunately won't get here till next month, which is only a few days away. But I think the second week he's due to come in, and it's gonna take him 5 weeks to install the fire linings in the 4 burn rooms that we have. The other update, they're bringing in the materials, the stone, putting in the drains, completion of the drains for the paving of the area. That should start, well, they're in now, working on bringing the stones in. They'll be leveling it out, compacted. And the construction manager on site has been doing a ballet dance here, you know, trying to work around all the contractors that are on site at the same time with the heavy equipment, the masonry. They poured quite a few yards of concrete this morning, again on the, I think it's the last big pour they have. And so they're moving equipment out of the way in one portion of the site, and they will do a base coat there, compact it, do a base coat, move to another area, and they don't want to put the top coat on because of the heat and the heavy equipment that will be on site. An email was sent out to the fire personnel and ambulance personnel, only requesting only one piece of apparatus because we don't have that much room to park. We're expecting maybe 250 or better people. So we're looking for, we'll have to work on some fireplace or somebody, people to direct traffic and help control the situation, because we'll definitely be using the site, the comm center, the prison parking lot, and above and beyond, probably along the road when you get that many people. So if you are planning on attending, please let me know, or the County Fire Association, so we have a head count. We do have a company that donated the water, which we thought we had to purchase it in the beginning, but we have somebody donating that and handing out water that day. Hopefully it's a beautiful day. It's a historic moment in Carbon County. I know it doesn't happen too often, so looking forward to it. And it's a long time coming. Started in 2006. The program will give a little bit of history, etc. So we're moving forward, and just wanted to get that information out there today. So I think that's all I have today. Okay, meeting adjourned. Who would like to go first? Amy.
Good morning, gentlemen. Staying on the subject with the tower,
Yeah.
Commissioner Nosa, I know you have been here from the start with it. How does it feel finally getting this project to be?
I don't know yet because it's not done, and
I'll let you know on the 11th.
I'll let you know when I talk about it that day, I guess, is one thing we talked about long before we had a committee. And I don't think it sank in that we're this close to it. And I'll tell you the truth. I mean, when I first visited the site, when they started clearing it, I thought, holy moly, this is a big area. And it is. It's about a 5-acre site, counting the water retention pond and the DEP pond, and it's a large area. And to see the building, and one of the people on our committee, and most of those people have been with us since 2006 on that committee and planning this, and this is something that we, you know, a lot of people out there thought they'd never see anything like this in Carbon County. So feels good. Be feeling better when I resign on September 12th. I quit. I need a break. So, but I will take a vacation shortly after that. So it feels pretty good after all this time with everybody. And I got to go back to, and I'll say it again, that day, if it wouldn't be for the former commissioners, the emergency personnel, we included county employees because they do use of force training, adult, juvenile probation, corrections officers at one time before the one person left that position. And you got the fire, we had police included, we had a zoning officer included, we had EMS included, and that was a tough nut to crack to try to get EMS training or a site that they can use. And they still can use it for extrication or removing people from high angles or working at elevations with people that may have been injured in industrial accidents or whatever. So they will get to use it, but maybe not to the extent of the fire and police. It's also open to the industry because of the local emergency planning committee providing hazmat training for hazardous materials response, especially to the municipalities who are required. If you're going to an oil spill, you're supposed to have 4 hours of training on recognizing and identifying hazardous materials alone. So there's a lot, training going on. The training committee is, a little bit of a break right now on the policies and procedures that we have to, are setting up, application process and how all those things are gonna be handled. Sure, there is just so much, and we're meeting bi-weekly right now and have been for a while, just because there's so much going on and so much to do, and it's coming fast, so.
Thank you, that's all I have, John.
Okay, yes,
What's the address of the facility?
the building is, the entrance gate is 20 Public Safety Lane is what it was named. Signs were put up already. The police building, I think, is 120 or 122, and the fire building is 188, I
So it's
believe.
like two buildings right next to each other?
It's two buildings, not tied together, probably about 150, 200 feet, about 150 feet away.
Municipal Honing actually approved them last
Oh, they-
night. Yeah.
Oh, they did approve it last night. Okay, it's official. So, yeah, it's, so we have street, and I'm glad they approved it because we had the street signs up already. And we never had a sign before for emergency lane or for, Broad Street, showing people where the prison is. So we ordered all 3 signs and turned out nice, so now people can't find it. Well, I mean, they have a big sign there anyway for Calm Center Prison. I always tell them we're the ones without the fence. VMA, so
What time is that at?
1 PM sharp, for a reason,
And
I
also,
hope. Still working on it.
could you repeat the names of the main speakers, the fire commissioner?
Yeah, it's, I'll give you a copy of the program, okay, with all that information, make it easy on you. And speakers.
Okay, and one more. What was the name of that document that you guys have the picture with?
Oh, that I,
The
oh, the,
proclamation,
Yeah.
this. Oh, the proclamation was, or the,
green light.
you're talking about this.
Right there in the press release, the back page.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that one, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's the resolution, is that,
What's the official name of that document?
It should say it right there, does it not?
Yeah, I think it's.
the green light, the resolution?
Yeah.
Board of County Commissioners resolution?
Okay, yeah, for, yeah.
Designating the,
Yeah, it's partway down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's partway down there, recognizing Operation Green Light for veterans. Yeah, it's actually in the resolution.
resolution supporting Operation Green Light for veterans.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
You can go first, that's fine.
Jared Soto with the Public Defender's Office. Pauline was just sent me down today, just to follow up on the approval for Dr. Anzalone, if that was supposed to be on the list for today, or is that gonna be for next week then?
We don't know.
He would be the psychiatrist that would be coming in as part of the grant, the PCCD grant.
I did
grant.
email Paul this morning
Okay.
and told him that the contract has been sent to the doctor.
Okay,
It was sent last week for his signature,
okay.
and once he returns it, the board will formally act on it.
Oh, so the doctor didn't send it back yet, okay.
You know, we did-
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
You said, on 9/11, it'll be like 90% complete, do you have an idea when 100%?
Total? Yeah, well,
September?
the biggest part will be the, fire linings, okay, and, probably, I would say, maybe by the end of September, middle of, October for sure, because what happens now too is, the fire linings have to be put in, and, on the ceiling, they cannot complete the dividing walls inside until they have the ceiling done. They can go up 7 courses a block, but then they gotta put the ceiling tiles in, and they'll complete the cement block dividing walls, and then they'll have to line those blocks to protect them from the heat in the burn rooms, so. So definitely by the end of October, everything should be cleared and out of there. But we do plan on giving some tours, maybe restricting certain areas. Police building will be open, that's about 95% done, so. But the burn building, probably be 90% or close to it. So we'll be able to get people inside to see the inside of the burn rooms, what they look like, et cetera, and some of the features of it.
That's all I have.
Okay, what do you know?
I'm sure you don't have anything else.
No,
Well, I
how do you
might
know?
like-